It's a busy Saturday in the cave. We've got 8 games for you lined up and lots of action to enjoy. My name is Andreas Sachenko and you're watching the KHL Update. We go to Moscow first, where Spartak take on Kunlun Red Star, who are missing coach Mike Keenan in this one due to suspension. Bobby Carpenter is behind their bench this afternoon. Alexander Kokochev is coming off a 4-point night against Admiral, where Spartak enjoyed a dramatic 7-6 win in overtime. And the red and white pick up right where they left. Just 30 seconds into the game, Alexander Kokochev skating with the zone, drops it for Slava Lashenko. Lashenko blasted on net, and Ryan Stoa scores on a rebound. 1-0 home team. Late in the period, they double their lead. Maxim Chernov breaks away and scores his first goal of the season, his first at Spartak jersey too. They lead 2-0 after the opening 20. Early in the second period, they score another one. It comes on a power play. Alex Kokochev gives the puck to Alexei Kupilayev, he fires it on net, and Lukas Radov pots it on a rebound. 3-0 Spartak now. 3 minutes later, Kunlun score a power play goal of their own. Leonard DeFazzo beats Marcus Svensson for his 6th of the season to make it 3-1. Coming on to the third period, and Spartak just keep building on their lead. Artyom Voronin beats Maxim Chernov from the office, and Chernov scores his 2nd of the game. 4-1 Spartak now. Less than a minute later, they go on another power play. Lukas Radov converts again. That's his 2nd power play goal in this one. A minute later, Corey King gets a goal back for Kunlun. Kyle Chipchura draws an assist, but Kunlun are still far behind on the scoreboard. They still pull their goal for the extra tackle late in regulation. Bold move, but it doesn't pay off. Maxim Chernov puts it in the wide-open cage for his 3rd of the night to complete his first career KHL hat-trick. Spartak enjoy a blowout win on home ice. 6-2 is your final. We head over to Omsk now, where Avangard take on Lokomotiv. This should be a close one. Home team strikes first and fast. Less than a minute in, Semyon Koshlev goes for a solo cruise. He gets the puck from Evgeny Medvedev on open ice, drives to the slot, and scores his 4th of the year. Beauty, 1-0 Avangard. Neither for the period, the Hawks increase their lead to 2-0. Kirill Simonov snipes it home through a maze of players for his 4th of the season as well. 2-0 Avangard after 20. 7 minutes into the second period, Lokomotiv get one back. Stefan Krolov makes a wonderful stretch pass to Max Talbot. He has no one to beat but the goal, and he makes it look so easy. Loker are back within 1. Late in the period, Avangard are on a rare 4-on-3 power play. Dmitry Kurgushev plants himself on top of the circle, goes for a one-timer, and he scores. Avangard restore the 2-goal margin heading into the 3rd. And that's when Loker run into a penalty problem. They get 4 minor penalties in a row, and the Hawks convert on 3 of them. Here's Vitaly Nenshikov scoring his 1st of the season with a blast from the point. A little later, Igor Martynov hammers one home off the pipe from the left circle. This one comes on a 2-man advantage. And a little less than a minute later, Martynov scores his 2nd of the night to put an end to it. Avangard steamroll over Lokomotiv on home ice. 6-1 is your final. We travel to Khanty-Mansiysk now, where SKA St. Petersburg visit Yugra. It doesn't sound like it's going to be much of a contest, and well, it isn't at all. 10 minutes into the game, SKA opens scoring on a power play. Ilya Kovalchuk to Slava Voinov, and Voinov rams it home for his 1st. 2 minutes later, Nikita Gusev doubles their lead. Ilya Proskoykov had a piece of that shot, but the puck still went in. A few minutes later, Yugra see a ray of hope. Pavel Varkolameyev skates down the left wing, gets to the slot, and beats Igor Shestorkin. Home team is on the board, it's 2-1 after 20. But it's all SKA after that. Midway through the second, Nikita Gusev scores his 2nd of the game and 7th of the season on a power play. Bit of a lucky bounce there on the play, but Gusev won't mind. 5 minutes later, Anton Belov makes it 4-1 with a huge clapper from the point. Wouldn't want to stand in front of that one. And minute after that, another one goes in. Patrick Hersley puts the puck on net from the point, and Sergei Shirokov tips it in front to make it 5-1. Things go so well for SKA that they put in a 19-year-old rookie Mikhail Milnichuk in goal. That's his debut in the K, and why not? They have full control of the game. 8 minutes into the third period, Sergei Shirokov scores his second of the afternoon and 10th of the season. SKA leads 6-1 at the point. Less than 2 minutes later, they go on a power play and Patrick Hersey scores another one with his signature blast. Soon after that, SKA's fourth line gets their leg in. Alexander Dergachov scores off Evgeny Kadov's assist. And a little later, the same line puts another one to give us our final. SKA St. Petersburg march on to their 14th consecutive win. They take it 9-1 on the road. We go to Astana, Kazakhstan now, where Boris play host to Dynamo Moscow. Dustin Boyd faces his former team for the first time. 4 minutes into the game, we get to see a beauty by Nikita Komarov. He gets the puck in the slot, elevates it, and bats it past Henrik Karlsson. Silky smooth hands by Komarov on this one. That's a goal of the week candidate. Early in the second period, Boris tied it up. Konstantin Pushkarov scores from the blue plane off Lyndon Bay's assist. Halfway through the period, Dynamo gets their lead back. Bartosz Korsums finishes off a cross-ice feed by Daniil Tarasov. Short after that, Boris brings it back to even again as Nigel Dodd scores on a power play. A little toe drag and a well-placed shot. This one is tied at 2s. Right after that, we get to see a fight between Bartosz Korsums and Artem Likhotnikov. One thing for certain, it's been an emotional game. Just over a minute later, Dynamo go on a power play as well, and they make it count. Dustin Boyd fights off his defenseman in the slot and scores his third of the year. That gives Dynamo a 3-2 lead. 7 minutes into the third period, Nigel Dodd scores his second of the game and 14th of the year to tie it up yet again. An absolute cannon of a shot, and it goes top shelf. No chance for the goalie. And we got another fight after that. Nikita Komarov drops them with Konstantin Pushkarov. Nobody wants to give anybody anything in this game. These guys are playing to win. Late in the game, Andrei Alexeyev scores from the doorstep off a great feed by Ilya Nikulin. That's going to be the game winner. Daniil Tarasov secures it with an empty net in the final minute of the game, and Dynamo Moscow take it 5-3 on the road. Let's head out to Novosibirsk now, where Dynamo Minsk face Sibir. Unlike in the other games, there isn't much scoring in this one. First goal of the game comes early in the second. Vladislav Naumov bangs it in from the high slot. Great clapper by this young man. 1-0 Sibir. A few minutes later, there's a fight between Nikolai Demidov and Jack Skilly. Dynamo forward clearly didn't like that hip check. Shortly after that, Minsk find themselves down 2 men, and Sibir doubles their lead as they convert on the power play. Patrick Zacherson with a splendid one-timer. All Dynamo can get in this one is a consolation goal late in regulation. Andrei Stepanov scored his first of the year. Too little, too late. Sibir hold on to the 1-goal lead and win it 2-1 on home ice. We go to Podolsk, Moscow region now, where Vitas are up against Slovan. We pick it up from the second as well. Early in the period, Vitas get on the board. Rookie Ivan Petrakov snipes it home for his second of the season. And just 20 seconds later, they had another one to it. Alexander Kulagin, another rookie, scores his first career KHL goal. Vitas lead 2-0 after 40. Early in the third period, Vitas scored the third goal of the game while both teams were down a man. Nikita Vyglazov converts on a breakaway as he roofs it past Marek Mazanets. And finally, 10 minutes later, Alexander Kulagin scores his second of the game to put it out of reach. Mikhail Berkov stops 28 shots for his first shutout of the year, and Vitas enjoy a 4-0 win on home ice. And there's just a few more scores to tell you about. Severstal scored 2 late goals in the second period and beat Admiral 3-2 in the shootout. And finally, Torpedo beat Amur 1-0 in overtime. Kaspars Daugavin scores the only goal with 18 seconds remaining to play in the extra period of play. That's it for your KHL update. Do come back tomorrow though for 4 more games, including Shakhtar Akbars and Uptown Belize versus Salavat Ulayev. My name is Andreas Sachenko. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.